Okay, it's loading. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So this is a passage about how does our life transform once we experience true happiness in that Ichinen split moment of being taken aboard the vow ship of great compassion. Buddha teaches our life's purpose is to experience true happiness, but people ask us, well, how do you change? Um, yeah, because our blind passions don't change. So what changes? And Master Shinran helps us here in this passage, even though it's very difficult to describe the world of absolute happiness, happiness that does not waver or change. But yeah, he did his utmost best to give us some glimpse of what it's like so we can have inspiration to go forward towards it. So we want to follow the stalwart words of Master Shinran and swiftly enter Buddha's vow ship of great compassion. Then the swirling eddies of reality will be transformed just as they are into a vast sea of light. And though weeping, we will not be gloomy, though laughing, not frivolous, though wealthy, not proud, though poor, not servile, though loved, not intemperate, though hated, not twisted, enabled to weather lives of resentment and cursing with thanksgiving and exaltation, we will be free. This is what we must become. Okay, it's a very beautiful passage. So, yeah, before we experience true happiness and afterwards too, the blind passions that trouble and torment us, those blind passions don't change, such as our desires. It's not that after we are on the ship, we have fewer desires or we don't want this, we don't want that. Desires don't change. Therefore, anger doesn't change, and resentment, which comes when anger cannot be expressed. So, those things don't change. Yeah. However, something changes in our state of mind. Yeah, this point is very difficult to grasp. They don't change. So it's like, the ocean of life we are in, as long as we have this body, we have the ties with the human realm, we are still in the human realm. We have the body as a human form. So the swirling eddies of reality, they're still there. It's not that the waves of hardships don't strike us anymore once we are on the great ship. They still come. But if we are on the great ship, the dark and vast ocean of suffering transforms into a vast sea of light. So instead of darkness, which is, why should this happen? I don't deserve this. Why me? I'm the most misfortunate person on this earth. Instead of having these negative thoughts, they all transform into a vast sea of light. Yeah, it says here, we will be enabled to weather lives of resentment and cursing with thanksgiving and exaltation. It's thanksgiving at why am I so blessed? Why was I able to encounter this wonderful form of happiness? I'm not particularly a better human being than others. Why me? So instead of saying why me as a victim, we start saying why me as why am I so blessed? Why is my life preserved? And all is thanks to Amida Buddha's working, Shakyamuni Buddha who guided us to the true happiness, all the other masters and our parents, and everybody else in society who is contributing to the sustenance of our life. And so the resentment turns into exaltation, gratitude and joy. Yeah, gratitude and joy. And going back to this part here, so still something might happen and we might start weeping. we become sad, but we don't get carried away with it, become gloomy. We don't remain in that state of mind. Or we might, something funny happens, we might be laughing, but we don't get carried away with it, and we don't become frivolous, where people start laughing and laughing and laughing at the expense of others. They kind of lose themselves or their sense of rationality. That doesn't happen. Or even if we become wealthy, we're not gonna lord it over other people, being prideful, because we know without the support of others, we would not obtain the wealth. And even if we become poor, we're not going to be like begging people or serving any kind of things in order to get money. And when we are loved, we don't indulge, we don't become intemperate. And even if we are hated, we don't get twisted like, oh, I have to get revenge. So in this way, we become able to weather lives of resentment and cursing with thanksgiving and exaltation. So suffering transforms, and our state of mind will be free. Nothing will hinder our progress forward. And this is what we must become according to the Buddha. This is why we are born, why we live life, no matter how painful it becomes. So good job, everyone, for being here and sharing this half an hour together. We will have a Purpose and Meaning Lab at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Meetup. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you, Beta.
You're welcome, Gary.
Thank you, Vita.
Oh, you're welcome, and good to have you. Bye, Hannah.